Welcome to the lesson, and in this video, I'm going to show you the easiest way to make some Korean sentences. As you can see in this iPad, it says 30 sentences with 6 patterns. So what I'm going to have you do, I'm going to have you bring your notebook, and I'm going to have you write each sentence with me so you can build your retention and actually remember and actually see the process with me as I'm going through the sentences. Alright, so let's get started without further ado. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get started. Here we have sentence pattern number 1. I'm going to be saying a lot of patterns because patterns are super important for making sentences in Korean. So here, the pattern number 1. You see it's an orange one. Orange means it will be attached to nouns. And later you're going to see some green flashcards, and that's going to be for verbs. And we're going to get started with noun patterns first. So here we have noun enters into one's heart. It means I like something initially when you see something. Like you go to shopping and you're like, oh, I like that jacket. Like that initial impression, that's what I'm talking about when something goes into your heart. This is a really common expression in Korean that we use all the time when we're shopping. When we see something for the first time, when we're expressing that we like that initially. Okay? So here you can repeat after me. Noun 이가 마음에 들어요. 마음 is your heart, and 들어요, lifting up. It's lifting up your heart because you like this thing. Okay? And now what we're gonna do, we're gonna plug in the nouns together, and that's how the sentences are complete. The first noun that you see on the bottom here is skirt, and that's 치마. Can you say that? 치마, 치마, 치마. Yep. And all you're gonna do, I'm gonna circle this word like this and then plug it into the noun because N is just a placeholder. Okay? 치마. And then in the parentheses, do you see subject markers there? You just gotta choose which one, because in Korean we have subject markers, topic markers, object markers, a lot of the particles. And what you need to do is to look at the ending of that noun and then decide, what does it end in? Does it end in a vowel or a consonant? In this case, the a is a vowel. So here we color-coded that in our flashcards too. So V, you're going to choose the subject marker. 가, 치마가 마음에 들어요. Can you say that with me? 치마가 마음에 들어요. And to be more specific, maybe you like this skirt. Like you saw it, you're like, I like this skirt. So you're going to put this word in front of it. 이 is like this thing. 이 치마가 마음에 들어요. Say that one more time. 이 치마가 완전 마음에 들어요. 완전, very, kind of informal too. And you can drop the yo if you want to be casual. 이 치마 마음에 들어. So to your friend, you can say, 와, 이 치마 진짜 마음에 들어. 얼마지? How much is it? I want to buy it. Alright, and now, that was your first sentence. Already finished. We just plugged it in with this pattern making. And now the next one is clothes. And that's 옷. With the O vowel, make sure you have this shape of my mouth like this. 옷. Yep. Now plug this one into the noun space. Then 옷. What does this end in? You have to really look at it. This has a 받침, right? And when this is placed as a 받침, it's a T, soft T sound, not a S sound anymore. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Yep, so it's going to be a consonant ending, right? Because it's a consonant 받침. So I'll choose this subject marker. 이 옷이 마음에 들어요. Notice how I chose 이, this clothes, I like. It came to my heart. 이 옷이 마음에 들어요. 이 옷이 마음에 들어요. You're writing it down in your notebook, yes? You're repeating after me, yes? 이 옷이 마음에 들어요. And then next one we have hat. Hat, I see, is 모자. Say 모자. you'll notice that I'm using a lot of hand gestures, and that's because it helps us. It helps the brain to remember longer. So if I'm doing any gestures, feel free to mimic me and like do it with me together. Because anything to help the brain, we gotta do it. 모자, 모자. What does it end in? It ends in a vowel. So I'm gonna choose 가. No. Yes, 모자가. Yep, it's a vowel. 모자가 마음에 들어요. Say, 모자가 마음에 들어요. Now, remember, we have to put this. 이 모자가 마음에 들어요. You go to shopping, you're like, oh, I love that hat. 이 모자가 마음에 들어요. You probably have heard of this expression. Something 좋아해요, right? That means you like something. It doesn't have to be your initial impression on anything. It just means you like that thing. You like the carrots. You like this hat. You like this person. But here, I'm really focusing on that initial impression. That's why you use this a lot when you're shopping, because you're looking at something for the first time and you're like, I like this, I like that, right? So that is this pattern. 이 모자가 마음에 들어요. Now looking at the next vocab, we see bag, and that's 가방. 가방, so shopping bag, not shopping bag, I'm talking about like the handbags and like, you know, a lot of bags that we wear. Backpack could be 가방. Backpack, 책가방, but 가방 more general. So 가방, 가방, 가방. What does it end in? Look at it. It ends in consonant. So in that case, I'm going to put 이, subject marker. 가방이 마음에 들어요. Let's be specific. 이 가방이 너무 마음에 들어요. 너무, very. 이 가방이 너무 마음에 들어요. Okay? So that's it. And then now we have the last one. Shoes. 신발. Say that with me. 신발. 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 Repetition is power. 신발. 신발. Yes. Now, what does it end in? 신발 ends in a l consonant. That's a 받침 right there. So 신발이, right? Subject marker. 신발이 마음에 들어요. Isaac, my husband, obsessed with shoes. He collects shoes everywhere. So he's going to be like, 신발이 마음에 들어요. 신발이 마음에 들어요 every time. So now put 이 to be more specific. 이 신발이 마음에 들어요. Now be casual. 이 신발이 마음에 들어. That's it. So that wraps up our pattern number 1. And we just created how many sentences? 5 sentences with just one pattern altogether. So that's what we're going to do with the rest of the patterns. How do you feel about it? Feeling pretty good? We can keep up with it because it's pretty easy, right? We just plug in the nouns that we need to plug in. Moving on to the second pattern. So here we have the second pattern. And does not enter into one's heart. Doesn't this pattern look familiar? It's just the opposite of the first one. 나온이가 마음에 안 들어요. 나온이가 마음에, to your heart, 안 들어요. So all I did here is to add one word, which is what? 안. 안 means not. But usually by your choice, you're choosing not to like something, right? Not to have it come into your heart. So here you see 나온이가 마음에 안 들어요. So you go shopping and you're like, I don't like it. That's not the color I like. This is not my style. So you can use this one to express that initial impression on something. So here you can see that I brought the same word bank because we can repeat the words to remember longer, and we're gonna do the same but with the opposite pattern. So please repeat after me. The first one, we have skirt. 치마가 마음에 안 들어요. 이 치마 마음에 안 들어. Casual, drop the yo. 이 치마 마음에 안 들어. 안 살 거야. I'm not gonna go get it. And next we have 옷. Remember, it ends in what? It ends in consonant. So we are just really repeating what we did, but with different pattern. Isn't this really helpful for our brain? 이 옷이 마음에 안 들어. 이 옷이 마음에 안 들어. Like, it's not my style. 내 스타일 아니야. 이 옷 진짜 마음에 안 들어. And now you see a hat. You're like, this is not my style. Maybe the color is too bright. So you can say 모자. 모자 ends in a vowel. 이 모자가 마음에 안 들어. 이 모자 마음에 안 들어. Feel free to drop the yo like I am because casual speech, polite speech, both are important. 이 모자 마음에 안 들어. Sometimes you can even drop the subject markers like this when you're talking casually. Okay? Next we have bag. 가방. 가방 ends in what? Consonant. So consonant is E subject marker. 가방이 마음에 안 들어. 이 가방 마음에 안 들어. 이 가방이 마음에 안 들어요. That's how you do it. And the last one, shoes. 신발, right? 신발 ends in what? Consonant or vowel? Consonant. That's a L 받침 right there. So 이 신발이 마음에 안 들어요. 이 신발이 마음에 안 들어요. 이 신발 마음에 안 들어. So we now learned two patterns that are opposite. First one was noun이 마음에 들어요. And the second one is noun이 마음에 안 들어요. So those are two different patterns, opposite, but we use the same vocabulary to reinforce what we learned. I am so proud of you guys. So should we go to the next pattern? And that's already 10 sentences right there. Yep, casual and polite. So proud of you. Are you writing all of this down in your notebook? Are you saying it with me? Because active learners win the race. I always say this to my students. Active learners win the race because you're actively participating, because you're actively really learning and helping the brain and being partner with me. Teacher, student, we are partners. Yes. So I'm going to now go down to the next page. Let's scroll down. I just erased this page. And show you guys the third pattern. Ooh, here we have. I dislike N. Stronger than don't like. I dislike something. So you probably have heard of 좋아해요. I like something. And then you put 안 좋아해요. That means I don't really like that. 안 좋아해요. And there's like a stronger, like more than that. That's 싫어해요. This pattern right here is stronger than 안 좋아해요. And that is noun을 싫어해요. Can you say that? noun을 싫어해요. So that's a new marker. That's not a subject marker anymore. I see object markers. And that's going to be put after object. And when you're doing something to this object, you normally mark it. But I'm going to tell you a fun fact. Object markers are the markers that you can skip most of the times. Like, you don't really have to put it. You can put it, but you don't have to put it. It's not wrong to skip it. Okay? So keep that in mind. Object markers are omittable most of the times. So most of the times, that's why I put it in the parentheses, because you can skip it. And here we have 나오늘 싫어해요. That's the pattern. And as I said, this is really just like plug and play style. Super easy to create sentences. Once you know one pattern, just imagine plugging in all of the nouns in this world. That's like millions of sentences right there. So one pattern can give you hundreds, thousands, and millions of sentences. So I want you guys to really focus on expanding that pattern practice. So you can have that freedom of speech. Like you can have freedom in expressing more in Korean. And English too. English has lots of expressions. And here we go. The first one we have is bugs. We don't like them. I mean, some people do. I don't like them. We have 벌레. Repetition is power. Yup. 벌레. And this one ends in a double vowel. So I'm going to pick this red 를 right there. I color-coded it for you. 벌레를 싫어해요. 벌레를 싫어해요. We dislike 벌레. It's more than don't like. I don't like it. I hate it. 벌레를 싫어해요. Right? And then you can drop the yo. Yeah, for casual. 벌레 싫어해. 벌레 싫어해. Notice how I dropped the object markers. Natural speech, you just drop it like that. And then next we have exercise. Okay, so this is like a love and hate relationship. I don't like 운동, but I know I have to love it so we can be healthy. And if I go to the gym and come out, I feel good, so I like it too. But when I don't like it. My brain doesn't like it, but my body likes it. It's that. So you probably feel that, right? So 운동. 운동 ends in a consonant. So 운동을 싫어해요. I'm going to circle that for you. 운동을 싫어해요. We don't like exercise. Some people do. Some of you like it, so you're like, 운동 좋아해요. Isaac will love it, so 운동 좋아해요. 운동을 싫어해요. In my case, 운동을 싫어해요. And if you agree, let me know too. And next we have onions. I love onions, but this is just an example. We have 양파, 양파, 양파. 양파 ends in a vowel. Brain fart. 양파를, so that's a vowel. 양파를 싫어해요. 양파를 싫어해요. We don't like onions. Then you can say this. 양파를 싫어해요. Now you can drop the yo for casual. You're with your friend. 양파 싫어해. 나 진짜 양파 싫어해. 양파 못 먹겠어. I can't eat that. Okay? And next we got snake. Do you like snakes? I don't like it. So here we have 뱀. 뱀 is just one syllable word. 뱀, 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 뱀. And now that ends in a 받침. And 받침s are all consonants. So 뱀을, that's a consonant. 뱀을 싫어해요. 뱀을 싫어해요. 뱀 싫어해. 뱀 싫어. All right. 뱀 싫어. You can even drop the head part. 뱀 싫어. You can do that too. And lastly, soju. What kind of drinks do you like? For me, what do I like? I like cocktails if I have to choose a drink. Or mocktails, that's also good, but soju, not my thing. So I'll say 소주를, that ends in a u vowel, so we'll pick this one. 소주를 싫어해요. 소주를 싫어해요. Some of you will love it. So you're being like, you can say 소주 완전 좋아해요. I love soju, right? You can see that. But for me, no. So 소주를 싫어해요. 소주를 싫어해요. And that wraps up sentence pattern number 3, and so far we created 15 sentences together. Can you just believe? We plug it in. And as we're doing this, we're not just learning patterns, we're learning the patterns, and we're learning to build sentences, and we're expanding our vocab, which all really help us speak more in Korean and express more in Korean. By the way, if you're wondering what I'm using here, like what resource I'm using to show you guys all of these beautiful flashcards that are color-coded, I'm using the resources that I created for one of the courses that I created. It's called the Game Changer for Korean Grammar. I'm showing you right here in the screen of my iPad. And this is a brand new course that I came up with like 3 months ago, I think. And then it has all of these flashcards that you're seeing on the screen because I figured out that this is the easiest way that you guys can create millions of sentences. I'm not even kidding because you can plug and play anything in the flashcard to make your sentences. So here, I just want to show you guys briefly what's inside the Game Changer. I had to name it like that. I had to name it the Game Changer because it is really, truly game-changing. I use all of these resources with my students in my class, and they're like, this is life-changing, Aina. And I was like, all right, we're gonna call it a game changer. So here you see the book here, ebook. The first ebook is the Game Changer for Korean Grammar Noun Edition. So inside of this course, you're gonna see like videos that I'm gonna explain to you how to use this and all of that. You're gonna see ebooks, you're gonna see flashcards, you're gonna see live support. There's a lot of this inside of the program. But if you look at this carefully, I numbered what's included for each book. And this one has 125 grammar patterns. And that's what I showed you earlier. The orange one was for the nouns. And this is a noun edition. I had to separate that. And then inside of that, you can see sentences that I created. So you can see examples to follow along. So about 750 sentences altogether for these noun patterns. And then I'm going to go to the next page here. How do I go to the next page? So I have to do this. No, not this. Go scroll down. Yes. So the next page is the verb edition one. So for verb edition, you see 206 grammar patterns. Yep, that's the green flashcards you saw. And then I included 1,236 examples. So you guys can always refer back to. There's like a little QR code for audio support, and there's like literally sentences written for you guys. So you can see how I plug in my words into all of these flashcards. Okay? And then inside, it's gonna be like this. You guys can see the inside. You'll see a flashcard on the top. You're gonna see how I divided this because I love like well-organized resources. You can see C on the top, and that's basically the words that end in consonants. And I wanted to do that so you can see everything, like all examples. And then on the bottom, we have V. So that's a vowel ending nouns. And then we just follow all of these patterns. Okay, and then we definitely did the helpful notes for any grammar points that you need to know, and we have videos inside the course. And then there is a QR code that I recorded for each page. It took so long, but it's so worth it, right? Because that's how you guys learn the best. And on the bottom, you see the green, and that's just a quick sneak peek of the verb patterns. Okay, and now I'm gonna erase my annotation so I can show you the last page for this. Yep, so inside the Game Changer, you're gonna see modules like this on the side to watch the videos too. And then we have live support. So if you guys use the comment section to ask us any questions, we are live right there because every comment you do, it emails my team and myself. So I'll be like, okay, so-and-so asked us a question. Let's get on it. Let's help you guys. And then all of the done for you flashcards are inside, 2,000 examples and all of that. So if you're interested in this program, in this whole course with the materials included, you can check the link in the description to see all of the details. I'll link it right down here. Here we have pattern 4, and that's what color? It's green. And as I said in the very beginning, do you remember? When the flashcard becomes green, we plug in nouns? No, we plug in verbs. So let's do that too. So here we have 5 amazing verbs on here in our word bank. So we're going to go through that each one. And then we're just going to plug it into the place of V here. And the first pattern is I am V-ing. This is super commonly used pattern. I'm going to have you put a big star here. Put a big star because it's so commonly used, and I'm going to have you really remember this. Write it down in your notebook. Present progressive tense. Oh yeah, it's one of the tenses in Korean. And you know, you say like, I am showering, I am waiting, I am eating. So that's exactly what I'm talking about. I am, ing. That's the pattern that we're going to work on. And in Korean, it's super simple. Verb, 고 있어요. Say that. Verb, 고 있어요. And one thing that I want you to really write down in your notebook is, you know, in the place of V here, we gotta plug in verb stem. Okay, I'm gonna write it down for you. Verb stem. And when I say stem, you look at all of these verbs, and then you'll notice that every verb in Korean that's in dictionary form will end in 다, 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 다. Look at it. 기다리다, 보다, 먹다, 마시다, 샤워하다. You see it? And your job is to drop the ta, 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 ta. I just crossed it all out. And now you're left with the verb stem. That's it. You just like gotta cross it all out. Now, When you get the verb stem, that's when you can plug it into the place of V in my flashcard here. Okay? So then the first one you can say I am waiting and that's 기다리다, 기다리다, 기다리다. So that's the verb. And drop the da, 기다리 is the stem. So I just plug that into right here in the flashcard. 기다리고 있어요. So maybe your friend is waiting. So you're like, hey, 친구가 기다리고 있어요. 제 친구가 기다리고 있어요. 제 친구가 기다리고 있어요. My friend is waiting. We gotta hurry up. 빨리 해야 돼요. My friend is waiting. 제 친구가 기다리고 있어요. Yep, that's the very first sentence that we just created. And next we have to see. 보다, 보다, 보다. Yep, follow my gestures and motions because brain loves that. Trust me, they love it. That's how kids learn the best. So there's 보다. By the way, if you didn't know, I'm a former third grade teacher. So if you feel that energy in me, probably that's why. So here we have 보다. And right here, I'm going to drop the da. 보 is my stem. So right here, I'm going to plug in 보, just one syllable. 보고 있어요. I am seeing. But what am I seeing? What am I watching? I'm probably watching like YouTube video or you can even say Netflix. So 넷플릭스 보고 있어요. Or maybe you're watching a movie. 영화를 보고 있어요. So whatever you're watching, put it in front of it to make it even more complete sentence. 영화를 보고 있어요. 영화를 보고 있어요. 영화, movie. 영화를 보고 있어요. So that wraps up the second sentence. And now we have the next word. You probably have heard of this word because we do this every day. We eat. 먹다, 먹다, 먹다. Drop the da. 먹 is your stem. So you're going to say 먹고 있어요. So plug it in right here. 먹고 있어요. What are you eating? Well, I'm Korean, so I'm probably eating kimchi every day. 김치 먹고 있어요. 김치 먹고 있어요. Or I love salad. 샐러드 먹고 있어요. And usually, because this is a present progressive tense, like I would use this pattern a lot when someone calls me and asks, hey, what are you up to? What are you doing right now? Then I would say, hey, I am eating. Hey, I am watching a movie. Well, I don't think they're going to call me when I'm watching a movie, but when they do, yes, I'll say that. You know, so when they ask you like, what's up, what are you doing? This is a great pattern to use to respond to that. Okay? So, 김치를 먹고 있어요. Oh, you can drop the yo for casual, and we'll do that with the next word. Next word is to drink. 마시다, 마시다, 마시다. Oh, 마시다. Coffee, 마시다, right? And our stem is 마시. And you gotta plug this into the space, the place of V. 마시고 있어요. 마시고 있어요. What are you drinking? Coffee. 커피를 마시고 있어요. 커피를 마시고 있어요. 맥주, beer. 맥주를 마시고 있어요. Tea. 차를 마시고 있어요. If you switch out the noun in front, so many sentences you can create. So many, right? That's the beauty of sentences. I love how language is such a live thing. It's like alive. And I love teaching that because you can use it right away. And it's part of our life. And this is live thing that we're teaching. And I love that. And I said I'm going to do casual so we can say 커피를 마시고 있어. I'm drinking coffee to your friend. 커피를 마시고 있어. 맥주를 마시고 있어. 우유를 마시고 있어. I'm drinking milk. And lastly, we got to shower. 샤워하다. Shower is shower. And then 하다, that's to do. 샤워하다. Drop the da. 샤워하 is the stem. 샤워하고 있어요. 샤워하고 있어요. Drop the yo. 샤워하고 있어. Hey, what are you doing? Maybe a roommate asks. Hey, where are you? Where are you? What are you doing? 뭐해? 지금 어디야? 야, 나 샤워하고 있어. I'm in the shower. Yo, I'm in the shower. So that's how we can make verb pattern sentences. Isn't that pretty simple? We just drop the ta, get to the stem, plug it into the patterns. Pattern number 5, we got I'm in the middle of ing, whatever verb you want to plug into. Verb는 중이에요. Verb는 중이에요. 중 right here. When you pronounce it, first of all, I'm going to have you really stick out your lips like me. Ooh, that's a ooh vowel right there. So 중이에요. Like if your lips don't look like this, like you're not pronouncing it right. 중이에요. That's what I'm talking about. So there you go. And now, 중 here. In Chinese character, this means middle, right? Middle. So basically, you're in the middle of doing something. So previously, pattern 4 was I am being. That's like very general. Hey, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, right? But here, I'm in the middle. I'm in the process of. I'm in the middle of doing something. So it's more specific to how you're in the process, how you're in the middle of doing something, right? So you can use this to emphasize that. Now, you guys know I already explained to you guys that we need to drop the top to plug it into the flashcards. So we're going to drop. And here are new set of some words that we got to expand on. To work, 일하다. 일하 is your stem. And I'm going to plug it into the verb. 일하는 중이에요. Like someone's trying to like call you and you're like, wait, I'm in the middle of work. I cannot pick it up. 일하는 중이에요. 일하는 중이에요. 지금 전화 못 받아요. 일하는 중이에요. Yep. And now maybe you're in the middle of like reading a book, right? So you can say 읽다. And now you can plug it in here. 책, that's book. 책 읽는 중이에요. 책 읽는 중이에요. 책 읽는 중이에요. I'm reading a book. Yeah. And next, I'm listening to music, but more like I'm in the middle of listening a lecture or class recording or something like that, right? So please do not disturb me. I am working, right? So that's 듣다. And 듣 is going to be your stem. 듣는 중이에요. 듣는 중이에요. Maybe you're plugging into your earphones and say, hey, 저 지금 수업 리코딩 듣는 중이에요. I'm watching or listening to the class recording. Okay? And next we have to see something. 보다. You already learned this one earlier too. 보다. We did 넷플릭스 보는 중이에요, right? So 보다. So here we are going to plug it into the flashcard. 보는 중이에요. 보는 중이에요. TV 보는 중이에요. That's TV right there. TV 보는 중이에요. I'm watching or I'm in the middle of watching TV. And lastly, we have to exercise. Remember we learned this word earlier, 운동, and we were using that as a noun. Remember when we said 운동 싫어해요? We dislike exercise. And I added 하다 here. And now it became a verb. 운동하다. 운동하다. Drop the 다. 운동하 is your stem. 운동하는 중이에요. I'm in the middle of working out. 운동하는 중이에요. One more time. 운동하는 중이에요. Wow. We making so many sentences like this. How many sentences did we make so far? I think like 25 because we did 5 patterns and 5 sentences for each pattern. That's 25. Are you proud of yourself yet? So good. And here is your last pattern of the day. We have I will be and come back. I'll be back after I do this thing. And that is be. 고 올게요. be, that's your verb stem. 고 올게요. be, 고 올게요. Are you repeating after me? be, 고 올게요. So, like you say, hey, I'll be back after parking my car. Hey, I'll be back after meeting my friend. You say that to your partner before you leave the house. That's exactly the pattern that I'm going to teach you here. So here we got a new set of words here. We got to wash. 씻다, 씻다. So that we need to drop the 다 and then we plug it in. 씻고 올게요. Hey, 씻고 올게요. I'm gonna wash up and I'll be back. Maybe they're in the living room and you're like, hey, I need to go wash up right now, so I'll be back after. So, you can join them after you wash up. Maybe they're watching Netflix. 씻고 올게요. Say that with me. 씻고 올게요. 씻고 올게요. Or drop the 요. 씻고 올게. 씻고 올게. 잠시만 기다려. 씻고 올게. Yes. And next we got to meet. That's 만나다. 만나다. I don't know why this emoji just went in, but I just put in this one only, but I think that came with it. So 만나다, 만나다, 만나다. That's to meet and drop the 다. 만나고 올게요. Who are you meeting? 친구. Hey, like you're gonna stay home, but like I'm gonna go meet my friend and come back. 친구 만나고 올게요. 친구 만나고 올게. 친구 만나고 올게. 잠시 여기 있어. 친구 만나고 올게. Okay, I'll come back after meeting my friend. Then we got to eat. You guys already learned this with me. 먹다. Drop the da and plug it in here. 먹고 올게요. Usually, like, you don't have to specify what you're eating for this context. You're just probably eating a meal. So you can say 밥. That's like what we like to use for a meal. 밥 is rice in Korean, but we eat that for every meal. So we just say 밥 먹고 올게요. That's like, hey, I'm gonna go eat and come back. 밥 먹고 올게요. 밥 먹고 올게. Drop the 요. 밥 먹고 올게. Next is to help. That's a new verb. 도와주다. 도와주다, 도와주다, 도와주다. And drop the 다. 도와주 is your stem. 도와주고 올게요. 도와주고 올게요. I'll come back after helping someone. Who are you helping? Does your younger sibling need help? So you can say 동생, that's younger sibling. 동생 도와주고 올게요. 동생 도와주고 올게요. 동생 도와주고 올게. I'll come back after helping my brother, helping my sister. Okay. And here is your last one. Last vocab. To throw away something, right? To throw away, that's 버리다. Usually like to trash it. And now I'm going to drop the 다. 버리다. So we have to take out our trash. Right? And then we'll come back. It's like a quick thing. So you can say, hey, I'll throw away the trash and come back. 쓰레기, trash. 쓰레기 버리고 올게요. 쓰레기 버리고 올게요. Drop the 요. 쓰레기 버리고 올게. 잠시만 기다려. Please wait a second. I'll come back. And that's how you make sentences. That's how we plug it into the flashcard and you have 30 sentences right there. So good. And I hope you found this practice really helpful because this is going to be how you expand your patterns and make sentences and expand your vocab all in one place. Is this all helpful for you? Are you taking a lot of notes? If you are, like and subscribe and let me know in the comments how this is helping so I can create more videos like this. So because if you tell me like, hey, this is really helpful and like specific way how it's helpful, I know how to even modify my lesson and double down my strength or whatever that's helpful even more for you guys. Tune in for more videos, and if you want to check out the resource that I was using in this video, make sure you check out the Game Changer game changer for Korean grammar because a lot of students are using this to make so many sentences because it's just a plug and play kind of thing, right? Because my goal is to make learning simple. My goal is to make learning fun for you guys with colors, with pictures, and a really good system. Alrighty, and also if you guys need other resources like for expanding your vocab or reading Korean, or even traveling to Korea, any of that, you guys can check it all out on my website. I'm gonna leave the link in the description, so make sure you check it out if you need further resources. And that is all for this video, and I'll see you again in the next video. All right? I'll see you next time, and I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and don't give up learning Korean. I believe in you. I love you. 안녕!